What's up, everybody? Andrew here. Haven't been making videos the past 2 weeks, just been super busy. We got kids went back to school post Hurricane Irma. Been real busy at work, 50-60 hours a week, and Cub Scouts started again. I'm the Cub Master and Den Leader, so we had to get things going finally. We were like a month and a half behind. So one of the things that my friend and I, his son is 1 year ahead of Ryan in Cub Scouts, we decided that we want to go lighter and a little more minimal with our camping gear, especially for the Webelos events. We have a Webelo weekend in November, and we wanted to really scale down our camping gear a little bit. I mean, I have big camping gear. My tent is 14 feet by 10 feet. It's a big tent, and then I just have a lot of other big stuff. So we wanted to scale down our stuff. So right behind me here, we just got the REI Half Dome 2+ tent that Ryan is putting together. He put it together in the living room this morning, so he's a pro now that he put it together once already. It went together for me last night, about 5 minutes or so. I put it together in my office, and it is pretty big. It's 88 inches, I think, by 70. It's a 2+ tent. I mean, you might be able to get 2 children and an adult in there. I got it. It's 5 pounds. I'm not exactly doing ultralight backpacking here, but I wanted to get to a point where I can put all my camping gear into a backpack and go camping. So Ryan's coming along with the poles there. But so REI just had their sale. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't think of this sooner, but I got the Osprey Aether 70 on, it was in the garage. And I've had this pack in the past, and I returned it. I used to take Ryan skiing, and I would use this pack. It was a great way to get from the car to the mountain with all of his ski gear. I was able to put his boots in there. I don't remember, maybe I put my boots in there too, but it was a great pack that we were able to just put a lot of stuff in and get transport back and forth, so I was able to keep an eye on him pretty closely. So I hope it's not starting to rain. I see a couple of raindrops, but anyway, I'll try and power through this. This is a 73-liter pack because I got it in the size large. It has a big top compartment, a big middle compartment, a separate sleeping compartment on the bottom. I'm going to use the side water bottle holder and straps to hold the poles on the side, and put at least my sleeping bag in here. I was thinking about getting him a 50-degree down quilt because we do camp in Florida. It is hot, but it does get a little chilly in the afternoons, or the evenings and the mornings. It's starting to rain, so we'll pick it up in a little bit. So it just started raining. We got the fly on pretty quickly. Pretty easy to do so. It has 2 grommets at the top for that cross pole, and then it's got 4 grommets for each corner. So it went on really easily. I mean, Ryan basically had the tent up in about 3 minutes or so, 4 minutes. So he did a really good job with that.
That's actually the fastest time I've ever set up a tent.
Yeah, well, that's an easy tent to put up.
Yeah,
so
they're a 9-person tent.
Yeah, our other tent is 9-person tent, which is, like I said, 14 feet by 10 feet. Big behemoth. So as I was saying, we got this Osprey Aether 70-liter. It's a 73-liter pack. What my hope is that we'll be able to put just about all of our camping gear in that. I mean, we're not backpacking, so I don't need to be super strict with that. I was thinking I'd be able to put all of our equipment all of our equipment in there
Okay, now you can see it. Hi. That's better.
And Ryan will have a little backpack of his own that he can carry his sleeping bag and his clothes.
That's good.
And I'll carry the tent, all of the food, and all the other things like first aid kit and the tent essentials and stuff like that, and water. And then I was thinking for these trips that we would just bring a cooler with us for drinks and whatnot. Like I said, we're not backpacking, but we do want to minimize the amount of stuff that we do bring with us, because we do bring a lot of stuff. And maybe a chair, depending on the location we're going. If there are picnic tables, then I don't need to bring a chair, but if there's nothing around, I don't feel like sitting on the floor for 2 days if I really don't have to. Another thing that I purchased is the
mini cooking set.
GSI Pinnacle Duelist. This is another thing that I had in the past, but when I made my transition from light or just backpacking to ultralight backpacking, or not ultralight, but very super light, my base weight for my backpacking gear is about 10 or 11 pounds, and which is good for one person, but not for two when the second is him.
Okay.
So what this one's 22 ounces or so. It has a 1.8 liter pot with a lid strainer at the top. The basket that it comes in is a sink.
I can get them all. Okay.
So 1.8 liter pot. I have the Snow Peak Gigapower, which will go in there with the canister. These are bowls and cups. One's got a koozie to keep something insulated should you make warm food. It comes with these telescoping foons, they call them. These things are garbage. So I have a
Could I keep it? Looks cool.
Sea to Summit, I believe it is, ultralight spork that I'll probably bring. Here's a case for the stove to put in there. But that's another thing, that it's nice and compact. It'll fit in the pack. We should be able to get all of our food, dehydrated food in there, and again minimize what we have to bring.
Like this is a smaller pot than you would usually see in your kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It's very small.
Because we're not cooking super gourmet on the trail or at the campground. We're really just dehydrating some
It's a small pot.
food, or bringing some pasta in a jar of sauce.
It's as big as my head, but still, it's a small pot.
So, and then just another thing that I got for me, which I've yet to try out, is this GSI Ultralight coffee filter. Hooks onto my insulated coffee cup that I use pretty much every day, and 2 tablespoons of coffee, and it's a pour over method, and that's it. So what we're trying to do is minimize the amount we bring, and I think with these couple of items we should be able to do so pretty well. It's just it's a pain when you go camping and you bring so much stuff with you because you just don't want to pack it up at the end, and this will really help us be able to set up quickly and break down quickly and get back in the car and go home. So one thing with that REI Half Dome, and I didn't realize it when I bought it, is that REI stopped making the footprint, which is really annoying, and I don't know why they did it.
We could go back outside somewhere.
So I don't know why they did that. I'm gonna try and find a used footprint in a week or so. I just joined a Facebook group that sells used gear. Footprint goes underneath the tent, because the bottom of the tent isn't the strongest material, and if you put your tent down on rocks or sticks, it can pierce through the tent, and then you have a hole in your tent and water comes in, or bugs or whatever. So you put something underneath, and you could use a tarp.
You wouldn't want bugs or water in your tent.
You could use the Tyvek thing, the house wrap, but I personally like things to match, unfortunately, so I'm going to try and find the footprint to match, and if I don't, I'll probably wind up returning it for something that I can get a footprint for. So our camping trip is in 2-3 weeks or so. We're going
I
about
think we might film there.
2 hours north. Ryan's got a couple
that's
adventures to
That was 2 hours north. I didn't know that.
roughly. It's we're going to. He's got a couple adventures requirements for Cub Scouts that we're going to get completed, such as first responder, which is first aid and situations of that nature. Dutch oven cooking. So he's going to learn how to cook using cast iron.
That sounds fun.
And the other thing that the other
What are you
boys are going to
making?
do,
I
I don't know what you're making. That's up to whoever's running it.
Yeah.
And then another thing that we're going to do,
Just the Weeble walkabout.
well, when we went to the Smokies, he did the hike for the Weeblos walkabout,
That's a
so
good
we don't have to do
film.
that. So he's going to do. What else did you pick?
Movie making.
Movie making. He's going to
I
learn how to
just
make
said
a
that.
movie, which we're doing right now. And
Whoop.
one other thing, I don't remember. I'm going to learn
Wait.
some extra knots. I'm going to take an 1.5-hour class on knots. So I'm stoked about that because my knot making skills are not the best. So that's about it. Enough rambling for this one. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section below.
Give a like for me setting up a tent in 3 minutes.
If you want to see more videos like that, hit that red subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.